All right. So I just wanted to go over with you guys the revolving coach camp-ish in the team page. I think it's going to be beneficial because there's a lot of new coaches coming in that, want training or whatever, but there's not a coach group or their coach isn't running one yet or whatever the reason being that they can't get in one. So I figured we'd roll this out and see how we do. And so basically how it's going to work is the pinned post on Revelation Fitness will always be the information on how to find the trainings, okay? And there'll be a link in that pinned post that will bring them to a new page within Revelation Fitness team page, and it will have like on the pin post, we'll say week 1, week 2, however many weeks we're going to do, and then they'll click week 1. And then that'll bring them to a new page that will say lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, and they can go through the lessons, and they can comment on that thread. They can tag their coach when they finished week 1 or lesson 5 or whatever. They can ask questions on that and tag their coach. That way their coach is still kept up to date onto what they're doing, but it's at their own pace, okay? And then from there, they can go back to, week 2 and then go through all those lessons and so on and so forth. And then at the very end, once they've completed, we will make, as a diamond group, a little, pretty much like the badge type deal that Coach on the training has, but it's going to be our own thing for Revelation Fitness, congratulating them on completing it, and we're going to post it in the group so that it, inspires other people to complete it. And then at the end of the month, we will go through and see who has completed the training for that month. So let's use July as an example. For July, we have 5 people who've completed and got the certificate from us. They're going to be put into a random name generator, and one of those people will win a prize. Okay, so it encourages others to do it and keeps them, moving forward, and it also gives them all of the information right there. They still have, we can even trade on and off as diamond leaders on the team. Pick one day of every week that we have a Successful Start Zoom call that these coaches can jump on if they need a refresher or whatever, and one of us will lead that call. So we'll take turns doing that weekly. Then they still have the group setting as far as the Zoom calls. They still have a leader leading the Zoom calls, and they have all of the information that they need. They can do it at their own pace. They can go as fast as they want or as slow as they want. And they will still have direct contact through their coach if they, want personal one-on-one or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kristen, what are you laughing at?
I think it's genius. Because I think I'm at a point in my business where I'm running all these challenge groups. I never have time for the coach basics. And so my coaches don't get the proper training that they need. And I've been trying to put something in place like this because it's not time effective for us to be running groups every month. I've always thought that this was something that we needed to do. So I think it's genius. It's perfect. I think between us, if each of us took one day to do the coach basics call or to do the weekly call, and then put everybody in this group and just have them do this, and then we'll just check in with them with our own coaches. And I think it's genius. I think we need to do it. I've actually started putting the guide together already, based on what Mel's posting, and I've started making some videos to the same videos that she has, but in my own voice. I think we could, if we work together as a team and we each did a few videos, based on whatever guide she's using now, I think it would be really, really, really good. And we can just keep it all under Revelation Fitness and just throw everybody in there. And that's my thought process.
Yeah.
Less work.
I do have my Successful Start guide that I want to pull from, because I do think that information is pertinent, because it actually comes from one of the books that we suggest our coaches to read. And I have Mel's entire guide that I'm going to pull from. And all that good stuff. I just wanted to make sure that everyone was on the same page and that everybody understands how it's going to work. As far as the prizes, I think, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but if, let's say, everybody on this call right now has 3 people who have finished the Coach Basics, and let's use Kristen as an example. Kristen's coach is the one that wins for the month, that monthly prize. It would be Kristen's responsibility to give that to her coach.
Yeah.
Because we're all doing this together. If it was just me doing it and I just rolled this out without asking you guys, I would totally take over that. But I feel like it would be more personable from the upline. Congratulations for completing this. That's a big, huge milestone. I know it takes time, effort, whatever,
Yeah.
But I think that it will be extremely beneficial, alone just for the coaches having that at their fingertips, whether they need to be refreshed in something. And it's going to be so broken down that, week 3 is going to include, the importance of Emerald and, all that good stuff. So they can just go in, they can see, okay, what was the importance of Emerald again? How am I going to tell my coach this? They can go into
Right.
that and they can see all that information. So I do think it'll be beneficial.
Time effective. That's my thing right now. It needs to be time effective.
I don't think that, I like the idea, and I looked into Mel's, and I actually, like I said, I pulled a bunch of stuff, but I just started a new coach training camp that kicked off today that I've been preparing these girls for 2 weeks now, my new coaches that I signed last month. So for me, it wouldn't be able to kick off this month because I already have started a Coach Basics. But next month, that's my prep work, because I don't just sign coaches up and say, hey, here's your welcome letter and you're going to be going into coach camp. I spend a lot of time with them getting them ready for the group. So if I'm just started this group already and then say, hey, we're going to switch it up this month. To me, I need to feel like I have a secured relationship with them first and give a really good explanation of that, going into that. So for this month, I would say it won't happen for me, but next month I'm all about it.
I don't think that you should stop what you're doing this month if you already have one started. I do want to roll it out in Revelation Fitness because I know that there are coaches that I've spoken to that would like to point coaches in that direction, so it's available for everyone. And then next month you can start prepping your people, this is what's going on, and that stuff. But I do have that information, up and ready to go, that if I had the okay and everybody liked this idea, I would start rolling it out, within the next hour or so. It's not all going to be there, but it's got at least a little bit of start to it, and we kind of just do it as we go along and perfect it, I think, and just try it and see if it helps people.
Yeah, totally. I was laughing because all I hear is birds chirping in Bianca's background, and she's in Brazil, so I was totally thinking of the movie Rio. I'm like, what the hell is that chirping? And then I was like, Jace is watching Rio upstairs, so that's why I was cracking up. Sorry, B, I love you, but you're in Rio de Janeiro. Hey!
Cool. So I'm glad we're all on the same page as that. Is everybody on Evernote? There's a bird.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. Sorry, guys. Tiffany and Kate are giving me this bitch is nuts. Sorry.
I already know you're nuts. Oh, not me. That Kate. You know me as Kaylee. I keep forgetting that. So is everybody on Evernote or no? Does everybody have Evernote? Can I start an Evernote tab for this and, we can add to it or whatever?
Yes, I'm on Evernote.
All right. I'll post it in the Emerging Leaders group, and we can start adding. You can comment on the thread what you think needs to be changed. Don't just go in and change it because everybody will just get confused. But you go in, see what you want to add. You can add it to the comment section. We'll have it like this running thing. And whatever you want to add to it, if it's not too much, obviously, I'll copy and paste it from the comment section and add it in. But then you can see what's being added and what you think needs to be tweaked here and there. And we can start rolling that out. I have a few days, like first few days done that I think is beneficial. So I'll add those, and we can move on from there.
Okay.
What are your
Yeah.
on,
Count me in.
What are your thoughts on doing a diamond push this month?
I think this month is going to be hard. I think you should incorporate a diamond push with your cup team, because it gets you more points for the cup team. You know,
That's after Summit, isn't it?
It's August 1st.
August 1st, yeah.
So if you haven't listened to National Wake Up Call, I will listen to it this morning. She gave some tips about doing it, and I'll just go over what I wrote down about Team Cup. So basically, she's a 3-time winner, Team Cup. She's the one coach that's won this out of 300,000 coaches the most amount of times. So she gave some tips on what she does to get her team ready. So Team Cup-wise, she posts in their team page, which I'm going to be doing this, what they want to achieve as far as on the Team Cup for them for that month, okay? And in there, she wants to know, do you want to form a team or do you want to be on a team? Give me like 3 things that are about you, because there's a lot of people in the group that don't know each other, and you can kind of help pair up same personalities and same goals to help better the group. And then once you have your team, you divide that team's goal. So everybody on your team has to have the same goal. So let's use the example of, 100 points. The team wants 100 points. So divide that up by all, 4 teams or 5 teammates. So you need 20 points each. And now you break it down even further and further and further, and you figure out how to do it. Then you create a page just for them. You're constantly doing shout outs and like boosting up your team and all that good stuff. One of the things they do before the month of Team Cup starts is they put a list of 100 names together for each person on the Team Cup before August 1st. And they start following up with these people at the end of the month, so that come August 1st, they can, they have all of their points in line. And they help each other figure out how to find 100 names through Facebook lists or their follow-up list or whatever. And these are some of the things that she talked about doing. So I would suggest, if you are going to be doing a Team Cup, which everybody in Emerging Leaders should be, remember it's 1 diamond per team, and find the people who are enthusiastic and willing and ready to work. Like, not just somebody that's you think, you can help, but you want people who want to grow their business, so they have to have that drive and energy within just talking about the Team Cup. Okay, so if you have a small team page and you don't know what the Team Cup is, do your research and make a YouTube video and post that in the group, with these same things, so they know what Team Cup is. But it's definitely time to start thinking about that.
I think this would be a really good topic on the team call. I think I'm going to do it Wednesday if you don't do it Thursday.
I'm going to be touching base on the Team Cup. I have, I'm going to be going over things about Summit and how to create your mini Summit here if you can't go. Along with this will be part of my announcements. I'll kind of go in depth a little bit about the Team Cup. And then I will also be doing, talking about next week's team call, which is going to be obviously opening ceremony, like get your butts on that type deal. So I'm going to touch base on all of it. Okay. But you can totally do it if you want, but that's what I have planned for this week. Okay. So if everybody's good, I'm not going to keep you, but I will start rolling this out. I gotta make some images and stuff. Okay. Any other questions?
Did you say what date we're starting that?
You can start it today. I mean, it's not all going to be uploaded today,
Right.
But I'm going to start uploading it, soon. I have a sitter for another half hour, and then Noah goes down for a nap. So I've got like 3 hours.
Good. Okay.
So I'm going to start doing, I got to make some images and, stuff like that to go along
Kelly,
with.
if you can, I'm looking at Mel's. I've been doing Mel's just because I wanted to know what the coaches were going to be going through. And one thing about hers is it kind of confusing. Like if you could put maybe, you know, post 1 or post 2 or something on the picture itself so that people know when they're clicking on it that that's the date that they're supposed to be doing that assignment. You know what I mean? Like week 1, assignment 1.
It's going to say when there's only going to be one picture as far as the pinned post, okay? So it's going to say Revelation Fitness Successful Start Program, whatever, okay? And then that's going to be like their visual catch. And then in the comments or in the actual post, it's going to say what it is. There's going to be a link for how many weeks do you want to do this? Do you want to do this for 2 or 4?
However long your guide is for your Coach Basics that you have now. We don't have to redo the Coach Basics. It's really just the setup.
No, I have, like, the setup is perfect. There are some things that I wanted to add that I was pulling from 2 other people's Coach Basics, okay, that I wanted to add to the Successful Start program. So if I pull the things from that, it's probably going to be about 3 weeks. But I could push it to 4.
No, do the 3, and then they have a week off to kind of collect themselves and get like really pushed for the next one.
Okay. So that's
fine.
So I'll make it 3 weeks. So in the pinned post, it's going to say week 1 with a link, week 2 with a link, week 3 with a link. Okay. And then when they click week 1 link, it's going to bring them to a new page that's going to say lesson 1 with a link, lesson 2 with a link, lesson 3 with a link.
That's different.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's totally different. And then once they click, let's say they click lesson 4, they go to that, it brings them to a new page that is strictly that lesson with its own picture. And they can comment on that thread, whatever. So
that's different from Mel's. Yeah, definitely. Because what Mel has have you seen what Mel has going?
I briefly saw it.
Hers is an album, and she has all the pictures, and it has all the assignments. So it's really an album within the Dream Team.
Right.
So, but it's very confusing because when you open it up, it has all the pictures, but it doesn't tell you which day you're supposed to start. So, like, you're clicking on all these pictures and you don't know which assignment. Like, I'm doing it from, like, a new coach perspective. I'm like, I would be totally confused if I was doing this. You know what I mean?
No, mine is very walk through, and I think it'll be good. And once you guys see it, you'll be able to envision it. But everything is going to be listed.
Cool. Now, do you want us to make videos for that? Do you want us to, like, I'd like for my coaches to be able to see me, like, at one point or another. So
yeah. So let me go through. I actually have to put that all in a document and then add, like, so it's gonna be like a whole bunch of adding. You're gonna see me. Don't pay any attention between now and like 4 of adding things to Revelation Fitness because I'm gonna add it and then hide it. So you'll go in and be like, what did she add? And it's not gonna be there. But let me go through and add them, and then once I have everything set in, I will go through and say, okay, we need a video for this, we need a video for this, and I will start assigning them within this group. So pay attention to this group. And then, the sooner we get the videos, the better, obviously, because we're rolling this out. But like I said, I have the first few days covered. It's just after that we need to play catch up on.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Okay.
Cool. We will do this now. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Well then, go have fun.
Okay.
Go reach your goals. I'm going to go start doing this.
I'm really good, babe.
Bye.
Bye.